Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Again, this is Herminio and today I'll be sharing with you a topic under the series of lectures on sociology, and this is in the part of the discussion on the philosophies, on the concepts and theories on Emile Durkheim. So today this is the very first topic in the book of Durkheim's The Role of Sociological Methods and Selected Texts of Sociology and Its Method. And you will find the first chapter, the topic of social facts. And again, this is one of the most fundamental, as for me, on the understanding of sociology and understanding of sociological method. For me, this is the most important in the writings of Emile Durkheim. So from the book, The Rules of Sociological Method. But you know, guys, if I want to rank when it comes to the most important books of Durkheim, I will go first with sociology, the elementary forms of religion, and the one above is the third one, the rules of sociological method. So welcome to our lecture today on social facts, the Emile Durkheim's views. So if you're new to this channel, I would like you to subscribe, click the notification bell, hit the the, the button all, and for you to get updated for our next videos. So shall we start? Now, Emile Durkheim defines social facts as it is any way of acting, whether fixed or not, capable of external over the individual and external constraint. So again, I would like to reiterate that Durkheim has two possible definition of social facts in his writings. One, it is any way of acting, whether fixed or not, capable of exerting over the individual and external constraint. So by looking at this, by looking at this definition, we can say that social facts could be a way of acting. Later you will see other things like, let's say, feelings and thinking, but here it is a way of acting that could affect an individual, that would exert limitations on an individual, and it must be an external. So it is an action, and it is external that could exert constraints or limitations on the actions of an individual. It is controlling. Second definition, which is general over the whole of a given society, whilst having an existence of its own, independent of its individual manifestation. Look at the things. It has an existence of its own, independent of its individual manifestation. Again, consider this, it is external. That's why it is independent from individual manifestation. So guys, in the studies of sciences, so we have, let's say, two categories of sciences. We have the hard sciences or the physical sciences and the soft sciences, and or the social sciences. Now, in the studies of physics, for example, we can say that it is easier to study physics because, for example, if we want to study the areas of the studies of velocity, the study of gravity, we just have to measure things with a measuring device like tape measures, like uh, like is a scaling device, and it's easier to measure. We can measure it through, let's say, through a speed, or through, let's say, you want to measure the velocity of an object and its direction, and these are facts in physics. Gravity is facts in physics, and it is so observable. It is empirical in nature, and 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 it is easier to study these areas. But when it comes to social sciences like economics, political science, sociology, psychology, anthropology, it seems that it is so hard to study things that are less tangible as we compared with the studies of physics or chemistry, like studying chemicals, like uh, let's say we want to study the composition of salt, which is sodium and chlorine or chloride, and that is easier to study because we can touch and see and taste. But when it comes to sociology, for example, it's too hard, to study things like the relationship and networks because they are not that tangible. But again, Durkheim said this is what our social facts are, that there must be things that are in the social sciences, particularly in sociology, that are the facts of this discipline, that you cannot find this in areas of life. For example, biology. Biology has its own facts, like let's say the changing of the color of the leaves and turning it into green colors. It is done through the process of photosynthesis, and you can easily really to make experiments, like let's say you want to cover the plant, and then the leaves will turn white, or pale, later on. And later on you can observe that how many days, you can count how many days that a particular plant could change its color with the absence of light, and there is no process of photosynthesis that the plant really turns to white. And but if you want to make it green again, as long as it is still alive, you can still do an experiment. Thus, it is empirical in nature, meaning it is observable. So facts are observable. So in physical science, like chemistry, physics, and biology, things are very observable. When you want to study gravity, when you want to study velocity in physics, chemical formation in chemistry, or let's say the processes of plants, for the plant to survive, it is very observable or empirical. But again, in social sciences, particular sociology, social facts is a fact, yet sometimes it is very hard to identify these things. Now, uh, before we proceed, I would like to tell you that Durkheim really is emphasizing something, that there is unique uh, field of studies, or study in sociology, and it is manifested in social facts. And here he defined that social facts are external, outside the individual. It is independent from an individual. It exists of its own, and that it also limits the individual, constrains the individual, affects the individual decision making and actions. The next is, again, more of the definition of social facts. It said that it is a category of facts which present very special characteristics. So again, aside from being external, aside from it exists as its own, it has a limiting power among individuals. It has a very special characteristics that you cannot find with other forms of, for example, other forms of of like other forms of sciences. So it has its own characteristic. So if other fields of sciences, they have their own facts. Sociology also have its social facts, which is, for Durkheim, unique to sociology only and other fields of social sciences. They consist of manners of acting accordingly. So social facts also consist of manners of acting. Now here it is not acting but thinking and feeling, external to the individual. It is outside the individual. Your internal environment is from your skin, here from your skin inwards. Outside from your skin, that becomes now external, and that is now the realm of sociology. So if it is internal to you, then that could be the realm of psychology, of neuroscience, or anatomy, physiology. But outside our skin, now that's the beginning of sociology and the studies of social facts. So again, it is consists of manners of acting, thinking, and feeling external to the individual, which are invested with coercive power by virtue of which they exercise control over him. Again, it limits people, it's constrained people. And again, this one, it has a coercive power by virtue of controlling each of our actions. Now, another thing is what constitutes social facts. Again, number one, legal and moral facts. These are example. So, um, in our lives, in every day that we do, in things that we do every day, our action is governed by external forces such as the law of the land, the ordinances, the Republic Acts, executive orders, and also the moral facts, the, the and the religious dogmas, the doctrines of our churches, the financial systems, the beliefs, the tendency and practices of group taken collectively. So why is it we cannot, for example, in the religious dogma, why is it we cannot rap the songs that when we the songs that we sang during the time when we do the processions and carry the saints that we adore, that we worship? Why we cannot sing songs that are very modern? Why we tend to sing things that are classic, that are things that are very old according to tradition? Why? Because it is the social facts. Deviating from it will make you so bad in the sight of men. Financial system, for example, you cannot go to other countries without without following the financial system. Without, say, going to Malaysia and you're bringing a peso, you cannot eat anything there. You cannot buy anything there with your money. But you must have really to observe the financial systems of Malaysia, using converting your peso to dollars and then to ringgit. You see, things really affects the way you do, and those are social facts because it's external to you. It controls the way you move. Beliefs also, like you have the beliefs of the aswang, the tikbalang, and sometimes when you go during in a very night street, very dark street during nighttime. Sometimes you are so afraid of going there because of your belief. Sometimes it affects the way we think, it affects the way we move, and it affects the way even the way we act or the way we feel. Next is the existence of social facts. According to Durkheim, it has been said it might be maintained that no social fact, remember this, no social fact can exist except where there is a well-defined social organization. So for Durkheim, social facts came into existence when there is a well-defined social organization. So the existence of social facts was brought by a well-defined social organizations. What are the social organizations? Churches, family, the government, the schools. They are well-defined social organizations, and this kind of organizations bring out social facts that control our lives. Next is for example, in the educational system. Look at this. It sets out precisely with the object of creating social being. Again, education is an institution, an organization that creates social beings. Okay, through what? Through those things that are external to us, basically social facts. And the child is subjected to unremittingly is the same pressure of the social environment which seeks to shape him in its own image, in which parents and teachers are only the representative and intermediaries. Guys, consider this. When when an institution wanted to change an individual, so much of social facts is implemented on that individual, and that sometimes accordingly in the educational organization, parents and teachers are representatives and intermediaries to bring these controlling social facts again to the individual, thus modifying the individual's behavior, controlling him, making him into the image of that institution that he belongs. If you have some questions of our discussion, I would like to invite you to subscribe, like, share, and give your good comments at the bottom, and hopefully we can find solutions of some of your questions. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone. Again, this is Herminio. Thank you for subscribing. Bye-bye, and see you next time.